Hi and welcome. My name is Steph. I am a transformational life coach, counselor, and yoga and meditation facilitator. And today I wanted to share with you on a topic around emotional intimacy, developing emotional intimacy with yourself. So a huge part of my journey has been learning how to redevelop connection, an intimate connection with myself. And part of that path in my own spiritual journey and my own journey of who I am, discovering more of who I am, has been reconnecting with my feelings and my emotions. I think a lot of us have been brought up in a world where our emotions have been suppressed and we have not been validated in what we feel. And yet, we get very validated in the things that we do, but we don't get very validated in the things in what we feel. And as a person, we are more than just what we do. We are also so much of what we feel as well, because it's in true love and intimacy that when we connect with other people, we develop that true love and intimacy and unconditional love for each other when it comes from the heart. It comes from our feeling for each other. It doesn't come from what we do for each other. A lot of it can be common for people to feel like they have to do things in order to prove their love to someone. But in actual fact, as human beings, we need to feel that love. And in order for us to develop an intimate connection with somebody where we can cultivate that sense of love and unconditional acceptance of oneself or the other person, we have to learn how to feel. We have to learn how to feel, full stop. And if we can't connect with our own emotions, then we can't convey that to other people. We can't hold space for other people. We can't validate other people's emotions. We can't accept people for who they are and what they're feeling. And like what I was saying before, these are the building blocks for true intimate connections and to develop a meaningful life. Because if we're always going through life doing things and in a state of feeling like there's no emotional connection, life starts to feel really dull, because it's in our emotional connection, it's in our feeling space, because this is when we're connecting to ourselves, we're connecting to our spirit. This is when we feel meaningful experience and fulfilling experience. And so if you look around in the world, and I've written a book about this, I'm still writing it, if you notice how people are in the world, like in big cities, for example, there's a lot of people that are on their phones. You sit on a train and nobody's making eye contact with each other. There's this lack of, it's quite dull. It can get a sense of dullness in the world because people are just going about their day-to-day motions without really connecting with one another. And this can be really heartbreaking, but it's also very common. You see it, for example, in Australia, you see it all over. To try to explain a little bit more about what I'm getting at, if anybody knows about Janice Webb, she is she's like an expert in in CEN, which is called childhood emotional neglect. We have our physical needs. We have physical needs like shelter and food, but we also have emotional needs like feeling a sense of acceptance for who we are and what we're feeling a sense of belonging in the world, feeling like we mean something, we matter. And, all of these things are cultivated through emotional intelligence and support and receiving that from our parents. And if the caregivers are unable to provide that for a child, then they will not get those needs met, and they will then have this kind of trauma, or they hold this trauma within their body, which results as a sense of this dullness or meaninglessness in life, where not able to connect to people, and these types of people also often attract relationships where the other person doesn't care about them or is also emotionally unavailable, because that's what they have had in their childhood, and it is a familiar experience, so they continue to attract that into their lives. So it's really important to start to reconnect with our emotions and start to heal those wounds. If you resonate with what I'm saying, that childhood neglect, or reconnect with ourselves so that we can no longer abandon our emotions, and really start to cultivate a loving connection with ourselves, so that we can also have healthy relationships and live a meaningful, vibrant, fulfilling life. So there's so much that is connected to learning how to feel our emotions. So I hope that makes sense, and it gives you some insight into developing emotional intimacy with yourself. And if you'd like to learn more, we can have a session together. I book one-on-one sessions with people to help them redevelop their connection to themselves, to develop self-love through just learning how to validate your emotions, and also how to sit with your emotions through meditation and through self-love practices. So this year, so you can check out my website, www.loveempoweredliving.com, for more information. And of course, I have these videos and blogs that I post. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.